Big celebrity Mariah Carey. I heard that it costs her a certain amount to walk out of her house every day because of her routine. She has, of course, makeup professionals and stylists and, all the things, the security guards and the bodyguards, and $250,000 it costs her just to walk out of the front door.
Oh, come on. Why?
Well, because she's Mariah Carey. And,
so?
Well, what I'm saying is she, I guess, believes that she can't walk out with no makeup and, without the entourage. And she has an entourage, believe me.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I sat and I thought, okay, what does my routine consist of? I like to have my face on. I really do. I don't always go out with it on, but most of the time. And it costs a little bit for makeup. And I like really glittery
So
makeup.
now you're seeing how much it costs for you to go out the door?
And so I did the clothes and the shoes and how long am I going to wear them. And I came up with about, keep in mind, Mariah Carey, $250,000. Liz Ryle, $7.50.
Rob and Liz,
His morning crew.
Morning routines. What is yours? It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. For instance, Liz was sharing about Mariah Carey and her routine costs her how much?
$250,000 just to walk out of her house.
Isn't that crazy?
Every day.
Liz says it cost her $700. What? How much?
No. $7.50.
$7.50.
That's the makeup, the
Get
clothes,
out the door.
everything.
The routine. I tell you, you do one thing different. It's like your whole day is totally mixed up. Like Michelle. What'd you say happened to you, Michelle? Michelle's with us on his radio.
Okay, so I think it was at the beginning of September. We had a Monday off, and I work in the morning, and I go to school during the night. I go to college, and I have classes on Wednesday and Thursday. So for some reason, on Wednesday, I thought it was Tuesday. I missed my Wednesday class because I thought it was Tuesday. And then on Thursday, my class was supposed to start at 4:30, but I thought it was Wednesday, and the class on Wednesday started at 7, so I showed up to my class at 7 on Thursday.
No way, you got all mixed up.
So when I was in the door and I saw everybody was leaving, I was like, wait, what happened? The classes start at 7. So the teacher was like, no, it started at 4:30. Today is Thursday. So it totally threw me off.
Rob and Liz,
His morning crew.
Benjamin was having a birthday, and of course on social media, when it's your birthday, it sends out an alert and lets everybody know you're celebrating. And so you leave all these messages, or you get all these messages on your birthday. So Benjamin, as I said, was having a birthday, and he gets a message from someone, like a direct message, that he doesn't know who it is. And he's like, how do I know you? And she said, well, it's weird to have a stranger message you. I totally get it. But 20 years ago, I made one of the hardest decisions of my entire life.
No, it's not.
Yeah. I gave a little, beautiful baby boy up for adoption.
No.
And she said, and I've waited until now. Yeah. And so they had this reunion. Of course, I can imagine seeing him sit at his computer or looking at his phone and sort of backing up, taking a deep breath. I'm sure there may have been tears and thinking, how do I handle this? Like, I'm okay with this? Looks like he was. Looks like his parents, his adoptive parents, really had some really good conversations with him. And he said, I want to meet you. So they met at a restaurant and they kind of talked things out. They live in the same area.
No way.
Okay. You're not going to believe this. They work at the same hospital.
No, they don't.
They've worked there.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
They have been working at the same hospital. She's been there for a little while. I think he just recently started volunteering or got the job. They work in the same hospital. I can see it now. They meet in the hospital cafeteria over a cup of coffee, and they're catching up on all that lost time.
And now they get to see each other a lot.
And he's got, look at that. Look how many parents he has.
Right?
Like, what bonus?
Rob and Liz,
His morning crew.
Where did I put, oh my goodness. His morning crew with Rob and Liz, his radio.
Evidently, Liz lost a turtle once, too. Seriously, here's this couple. They're renovating their home, and their turtle, a pet turtle, went missing. It's like, oh, man. So a couple of days go by, a couple of months goes by, no sign of the turtle. So here it is 30 years later. For some reason, they're up in their attic. and they're looking for something in the attic. What they didn't expect to see was their missing turtle from 30 years ago.
I'm in awe.
Alive and well. It's been eating, I guess, insects or whatever else has been making its way up to the attic. Or, I don't know, maybe it has a little, way out of the house.
I hope that's it.
Eats a couple of blades of grass, goes back up into the attic, to get out of the weather.
Because I was thinking, I hope there's a leak in the roof. I mean, I hate to say that, but he needs water.
Right?
Guy is thirsty.
The turtle has been surviving on its own. They found it in the attic 30 years after they lost the turtle and it went missing when they were renovating their house.
He's like, I thought you guys would never get here.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So they say, you want to live a little longer, be optimistic. It adds years to your life. Like I saw that women who are optimistic live about 26 years longer.
So I guess I've always heard that women live longer than men anyway. And so if you have a better outlook, it helps you live longer. That's a long time, though.
Another 26 years?
Yes. I don't even want to think about that.
Really?
No, I mean, I want to live that long, but I want my honey to live with me, that little
I get
thing.
that, yeah.
Right. But, and I think even if, let's just say it didn't add a day to your life, to me, being an optimist, because I really work hard at being an optimist, I think I was born an optimist, but I still work, at it. You just feel better if you're an optimist, to me. Do you think you're a glass half full or a glass half empty?
I couldn't even answer that.
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah, I have.
Don't ask me questions. I just live life.
Well, and I think a lot of people do. I would consider that a realist rather than a pessimist or an optimist. There are realists.
She's getting really deep
Am I?
here.
See, I don't think so.
I just, if you have a happy life, it's going to be okay.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you can.
Live it for God. He's going to direct and lead you and guide you. It'll be good.
But I think that's part of it, though. It's seeing the situation and knowing that you have that hope. To me, that's where you're working on being an optimist. You realize and you're grateful that you have that hope in your life rather than, oh, no, something else happened.
So you lose your job. I'm not saying anything about Liz, but you say you lose your job.
I've been there.
Yeah, she has actually. That's how she got here.
Yeah.
So because she lost another job and his radio was like, yes, come on board, Liz. Come on over here. You got a home. But being optimistic in those times where you're like drugged down completely.
Yeah, because you know where your hope is and your joy is. And I think that has a lot to do with being optimistic and seeing more of a sunny side of life. Some say it's rose-colored glasses, but I don't think so. I think if you know where that hope is,
yeah.
you're good.
And to answer Liz's question, I like to drink a full glass of water.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So this thing has been sitting around a museum for 130 years. It's this tablet. And somebody decided, hey, let's take a look at this thing. There's some nice writing on there. Turns out it is a form of a yearbook from what they say is 2,000 years ago.
It's wild to me that no one in all of that time ever tried to figure out what it said.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been all kinds of stuff.
It's been there for 130 years. They said, I'll just put it out in the back. We'll look at it sometime. In this museum, it's been there ever since, and somebody just looked at it. It's from the Roman Empire. They say anywhere from 41 to 54 AD.
Isn't that wild? And what it has on it, because someone did kind of decipher, it just has a list of guys' names as though it's in a yearbook. Now, there's, no pictures where you're leaned up on the side of a couch or in the tuxedo or, whatever. But I think in the bottom, it was have a great summer. That's how they knew.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
She signed on Facebook and she couldn't believe her eyes. It was her iPhone. It was literally her iPhone. So she's Memorial Day. She's out on an island off the Mississippi coast, Horn Island, drops her phone in the water. Oh. Right in the Gulf. And it's like, I can't find it. Forget it. Next day she buys a new phone.
Well,
it's like,
sure.
Forget it. And so 6 days later, here's this guy who's out in the ocean or in the Gulf. He sees the iPhone. He picks it up and goes, interesting. Look at this. Somebody lost it. He plugs it in. It works.
What?
And so he takes a screenshot with his phone of the wallpaper that's there.
Yeah, right.
Which is a picture of a couple, standing out by the coast, which is really nice. Posts on Facebook. 30 minutes later, it finds its way to who owns it.
A half an hour?
Yeah, and she has her phone back in a half an hour.
She has 2 phones now.
Yeah, which is nice because now she has all the pictures that are on the other one. It seems like to me she probably didn't back it up in the cloud to have all those pictures, and so she's got all that stuff and contacts and everything else.
Oh, I can't believe that it still worked. I mean, oh my goodness. If mine gets just a little drop of water on it, I'm like, well, there goes, however much
You know
money
what?
down
It's
the
not
drain.
bad now. My daughter, when we were hiking one day, dropped it right into the river. And she picked it up, and I said, don't plug it in. Give it about 24 to 48 hours. You're going to be fine.
Well, my son jumped into a swimming pool. It was in his pocket. He gets out. He was at a youth event at the preacher's house. Preacher's wife said, put it in some rice. She went and grabbed some rice-a-roni. That is not the rice to put it in.
No, but it is the San Francisco treat.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Summer road trip. It is happening. We are out on the road, and just this past week we got to see so many people coming out to get their 15. Get your 15.
It's a 2022 Mitsubishi Outlander that's being given away with the summer road trip. It's literally taking a road trip all over the Carolinas and Georgia. It was just in Gastonia and Greenville over the weekend. It's headed Friday to Savannah, and then Bluffton on Saturday morning, and Saturday afternoon it'll be in Charleston. This thing's getting around.
It is, and so many more places yet to go. So if you want to see where you can show up, not only see the car, but get a bonus 15 entries to win the car, all you have to do is log on to hisradio.com. We've got the summer road trip, where we're going to be, so far posted right there. But if you're not getting out and about, there's a way to get a registration right now.
Just text the word car to 800-447-7234. You can enter to win. That'll be worth one. But there is another sneak peek that we need to let you know about. Because maybe in your summer plans, it's like, oh, the car's coming to where I am, but I'm on vacation. Thanks.
Great.
Thanks.
Love it.
Don't worry, because the app will give you an opportunity to win 15 extra entries as well. Yeah, we'll tell you how that works coming up in just a bit. It's the summer road trip.